Hey Libra, thanks for visiting. And as I always say, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you would like to. And I have everything ready as usual. I'm just going to start your reading for lovely Libra people. The first card you have your past is the Two of Wands. Yes, this is about things not quite matching up for you. It's like looking out into the world, wanting to do things, but you can't quite get there because something's not quite happening for you, not quite matching up. So I'm seeing that maybe, yeah, I'm actually seeing a reality that doesn't quite match up to dreams, some dreams you had. I'm seeing you're wanting to move ahead. You're wanting to move ahead with something, like this man who's looking ahead. You could have been imagining a whole world in front of you with someone actually beside you, someone by your side. But the situation between you and this person wasn't stable. It wasn't a stable situation, so it didn't quite happen that way. You came to reality about what was going on, what they're actually like. If you look at the man in this card, he has a globe. He has the whole world in front of him, basically, in his hand. He wants to go ahead. He wants to do so many things. He wants to maybe travel or see the world or just move forward into the world and do whatever he wants to do. But yeah, he wants someone who's stable. He wants someone who he can rely on next to him to share this with him. That's what we all want. But if you look at these Two of Wands, they're not stable. He's holding one of them. They can't prop themselves up. They need something to prop them up or someone to prop them up. So he's holding one of them. He has his hand around one. And the one behind him is actually bolted to a wall. So they can't prop themselves up. So, yes, whoever this was unstable. They couldn't prop themselves up. So you couldn't rely on them. And I can't properly see whether this was a total disaster or not, but this person definitely wasn't as reliable as you first thought they were. Maybe in the beginning you felt that they would be a reliable person, you could rely on them, but then things started to fall apart. You started to learn more things about this person, and the more you realized, the more you learned about, the more you kind of realized how unreliable they actually were. So this was like a slow kind of moving thing. It was like things were crashing down, but they were kind of in slow motion. You were thinking, oh, I really want to do this, but I cannot with this person. I just cannot. The next card you have, your past, is the Eight of Wands. So yes, this is about things happening really quickly, things happening urgently, that kind of thing. And there was something you really needed to do. You needed to do something quite urgently at this time, very urgently actually. That's what I'm seeing. And that's when you need someone's support. If you have a disaster around you or something you need to attend to really quickly, and you say to someone around you, if it's your wife or your husband or your lover or your friend or someone, you say, or your roommate, you say to them, can you help me with this please? I just have a really urgent problem to deal with. Can I rely on you to go and pick up this other thing for me while I'm doing that? Or, oh, the tap's broken and it's all falling everywhere. I have to ring the plumber. Can you hold this tap while I go and call the plumber? It might be something like that. And they say, oh yes. And then they let go and fall asleep and the water's everywhere. That kind of thing. It's something urgent that you had to do, not necessarily needing a plumber, but there was something urgent that happened, and you thought you could rely on this person, and they wouldn't step up, or they couldn't step up, or something like that. They couldn't help you, and whatever this was, I keep on seeing this was very, very urgent. This card's about things happening very quickly, and they might be out of control. You have to try and do something about it. You just weren't feeling this person's support at this time. I'm seeing this is probably the same person in the Two of Wands, obviously, because they're not reliable, and they just kept on showing you that you couldn't rely on them. And I just keep on seeing how urgent this is. This situation was very urgent, whatever this was. And this was the final show. This was like a final straw from them, this final show of unreliability from this person. And it's just like, enough is enough. Enough is enough with this person. I can't rely on them. That's how you were feeling. The last card you have, your past, is the Tower. Yes, here we are. Here we are. These wands, in the Two of Wands, as I was saying, they had nothing propping them up. They had nothing beneath them. There wasn't a proper foundation. One had to be bolted to the wall. You had to hold on to the other one. So this person was not someone you could rely on, and you just couldn't pretend. It just got to the stage where you just couldn't keep on pretending you could rely on them, to yourself or anyone else. There was nothing of substance there. There was nothing of substance behind this or beneath this. If this person had tried to help you and they failed, if they actually tried and they failed, that'd be one thing. But I don't think they even tried. I think they were just like, oh, well, whatever, I couldn't be bothered, or I'm just going to do whatever. They'll cope. That's not good enough. That wasn't good enough for you. Of course it's not good enough. This was an urgent situation. Now, as I was saying, things were happening along and things, they were showing you they were unreliable, but this was kind of the final thing. This was something that was very urgent, very important. It was like the final straw, and then the tower came down and that was it. Goodbye. Enough. The first card you have for your present is the Three of Wands. So I'm seeing traveling in this card, and I'm actually seeing I'm seeing traveling all through this reading as well. I mean, there's travel in the 2 and the 8 of Wands as well. There's a lot of travel there I'm seeing. You could be planning to travel to somewhere, and you're kind of excited but a little bit frustrated at the same time. I'm just feeling this because you might be waiting to find out about something before you can actually pursue this travel or this moving or whatever this thing you want to do. This is the card of waiting, and yes, this is also showing me that this person in the tower, it's probably them, might be a different person, but I'm seeing it probably is them. They were with you physically when they were around you, but they weren't with you emotionally or mentally. They just weren't with you. That's why they weren't helping you. That's why they couldn't see the urgency of your problem, or they didn't want to. They were just too self-centered to see what was actually happening with you. So yes, this could have been a love situation, but whoever this is, yes, what I'm seeing is they were paying attention to everything and everyone except for you. They just were not paying attention to you. They weren't helping you. They weren't any use to you. And if this is the person in the tower, which I'm seeing that it probably is the same person, at this time you could be looking back over your time with this person. And sometimes it takes us to look back over a time that we had with the person to actually recognize things that happened. When you're in the moment, when you're in that time with that person, things can happen and you can kind of gloss over them, or you don't notice them, or you've got other things going on. But it's when you look back and sometimes you see, oh yes, they did that, I remember that too, and they also said that. Oh, that all adds up, I remember. And that time that they didn't call me and I couldn't get hold of them, maybe they were with them, and maybe that, all of these things are kind of trying to come out into your head. They're trying to kind of pop into your head. That's what I'm seeing, flash into your mind. And yes, these aren't easy to deal with. These aren't things that make you happy, obviously. You can choose to look at these flashbacks as torture, and they probably aren't very good to deal with. They're not good. They don't feel good, obviously. But you can also see these things as reminders, kind of reminders of how, what to avoid from now on. You might be saying to yourself, right, this thing happened, that thing happened. From now on, I'm not letting anyone do this to me again. You can use it in a positive way sometimes if you're remembering these things. The next card you have for your present is the Hanged Man. So yes, more waiting. This is obviously about waiting again. Yes, you want to travel, or you want to do something, or move forward with something, and you can't do that. I'm feeling a little bit of frustration around this, actually. You might be waiting for someone to actually do something before you can do that, or say something, or do something like that. You are waiting before you can do this. And yes, I'm seeing this is probably a message to you. This is telling you not to try to push things too hard. You might be tempted to contact someone, whoever this is that you're waiting for, and you might try to push them to make a decision. You might be saying, oh, can you please hurry up and do this? I need to do this. Hurry up, hurry up. Can you do this? You might be ringing them a ring. Don't do that, because this could backfire. You might get their back up. They might be angry. They might change their mind altogether. They might say, no, I'm not doing this for you. And it might backfire on you. So just be a bit careful doing that. This is telling me, you know, you're going to have patience, and try to let things go if you can. Just try to let things go. Things will happen at the right time for you. I know that's hard sometimes when you're really excited, desperate, even wanting something to happen. But if you push it, it won't happen at the right time, or it might not happen at all. That's what I'm seeing. So be patient. The last card you have, your present, is the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, I'm seeing money coming in for you, actually. I think I saw this in your last reading, that money was coming in for you. But this is this might be some kind of work bonus. It might be some kind of work payout or something like that. Obviously, this is around work. This man's working hard in this card. You might not have been very focused on work recently, because you've had a lot of things going on around you. You've had a lot of disappointments in the tower. You've had this urgent problem you've had to deal with. You've had a lot of other stuff going on. So you might not have been very focused at work. But I'm seeing that this bonus or this payout or whatever this is might be linked to you finishing something. So if this resonates, just try to focus as hard as you can. I know it's been difficult to focus with everything that's been going on. Try to focus as hard as you can. Try and really just push this forward, get through this time with this thing you're working on, and then there will be some money attached to that when you're finished. That's what I'm seeing. Really, really try to concentrate as hard as you can. The first card you have for your future is the Emperor. So yes, this is what you're going to do. This is following on from the Eight of Pentacles very clearly. This is when you're going to start to take control. The Emperor is all about control, working hard, being regimented, setting up systems, pushing forward, pushing things. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be more in control of things at this time, more in control than you have been for a long, long time. You've been quite out of control of things for a while. And yes, you were trying to rely on silly people you couldn't rely on. You're trying to deal with all sorts of things. So at this time, I'm seeing you really just looking around and thinking, maybe I can't do anything about this thing, but I can do something about this. You might be looking at things and thinking, well, I can take action on that. I can take action on that too. So I'm going to try and take control of what I can take control of. So yes, you're going to stop procrastinating at this time, and you're going to be a lot more organized. I'm actually seeing you writing up a schedule. Maybe you might be writing a list. You might be crossing things off the list as you go along, as you achieve them. You're going to achieve a lot of things at this time. And yes, you're going to be able to keep up with this for a while, but you're not going to be able to keep up with this kind of level of pushiness, this level of achievement, this level of kind of discipline. You're not going to be able to keep this up forever and ever. So while you're doing this, make the most of this. Make the most of this. Do as much as you can. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have in your future is the Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. I'm seeing this card quite literally, actually. This is love. This is love. This is what I'm seeing. It's beautiful. I love it. For single people, if you're looking for a relationship, obviously, I'm seeing new love. I'm seeing new love around you, and this is going to be quite sudden. Actually, this could come in very suddenly. I'm getting this kind of rush of feelings around this card. This is going to be the absolute last thing you're going to be expecting. It's going to come at a time where you're just going to be really surprised. It's going to come from a place that's really unexpected as well. I'm seeing that you might actually not be looking your best when you meet this person. You might be slobbing around. You might be going for a jog, and they might bump into you and say, "Oh, hello," and you'll be like, "Oh, why was I wearing this old t-shirt, or why was my hair like this?" You might be thinking like that. I'm seeing you kind of wishing that you dressed in a different way, or you're looking different, or something like that. You might meet them at the gym. You might be taking your rubbish out. It might be something like that. This is definitely somewhere where you're not going to be looking your best, and this is really funny. I'm really seeing this quite clearly, but that's fine. That's fine. This is just really happy. There's a lot of happy and exciting feelings around this card. You deserve this. You deserve this happiness. You've been through so much. This is really nice. The last card you have, your future, is the Four of Pentacles. Yes, I'm just looking at this card. He's hugging this coin. So I'm just seeing this person hugging you. This person in the Ace of Cups is going to come and they're going to hug you. And I'm also seeing you both wanting to just close yourself off, close off yourselves from the world for a while. Just close yourself away, close yourselves, I'm trying to say close yourselves away from the world. And yes, you're going to feel like you're in your own little world, which is what happens when you're really, really in love with someone. When you first meet them, you're just in this crazy love world. And yes, it does make you crazy, actually. And you're going to just be in love land with this person for a while, in your own land, in your own world. If you look at the man on this card, he has his back to the city. You probably can't quite see that on camera. There it is. So he has his back to the city, and the city kind of represents the outer world, with people and things and cars and everything going on in the world. And you have your back to it, and they have their back to it, because they're not looking at anything but you, and you're not looking at anything but them at this time. This is really, really lovely. You're going to have to come back down to earth eventually, but at this time, just make the most of it. Once again, make the most of this time, this really special, lovely time with this person. And also, making the most of this time also means that, you know, you shouldn't be thinking about, oh, is this going to work with this person? Are they going to get along with my family? Are they going to like my friends? What sort of job do they have? Do they live near me? Are they going, is there a future with this? But don't start getting stressed about this. Don't start worrying about this. Don't start asking questions. Just enjoy this time that you have. You know, if you think about people who have really long-term relationships and they look back on the time they first met, they have beautiful, happy memories of that time. You're in that time, or you're going to be in that time. Make the most of that time. Don't wish it away. That's what I'm seeing there. So Libra, yes, I hope this resonated. But as you know, general readings can't always resonate. But again, if you liked this reading, please like or subscribe, or leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.